It is not often that I start this show with a soundbite, but tonight calls for an exception. I'd like you to listen to this.
એમાં એક નવી મુસીબત દુનિયા સામે આવી છે. અન્નના ભંડાર ખૂટવા માંડ્યા છે. કાલે હું અમેરિકાના રાષ્ટ્રપતિ જોડે ચર્ચા કરતો હતો તો એમણે પણ કહ્યું કે એક મોટું ધર્મે એમને કહ્યું તમે અમને WTO જો પરવાનગી આપે થોડી રાહત કરી દે કે ભાઈ ભારતમાં જે ભંડાર પડ્યા છે તમે બહાર મોકલી શકો છો તો અમે કાલે મોકલવા તૈયાર છે.
It is the 13th of April 2022. Our world is fighting a war, a food crisis and a pandemic, and India is the only country that is offering solutions on all fronts. Today, India offered to put food on the world's plate. Egypt has confirmed that it is considering importing wheat from India. You see, India produces more than 107 million tons of wheat. It is now preparing to export more than 7 million tons from its stock. India could soon be sending wheat to Nigeria, Turkey, Vietnam, among other countries. And these countries depend on wheat from Ukraine and Russia. But these two countries are at war. So India has stepped in to put food on their plate. On the plate of people who are thousands of miles away from New Delhi, people India gains nothing by appeasing. So here's a quick question. What makes a great leader? A corporate pundit will tell you, above all, a leader must be a problem solver. And that's true not just for boardrooms, but also global crisis rooms. Even at the world stage, a leader is one who solves a crisis. India has been that leader for the last few years. This story begins in the year 2020. The Wuhan virus was declared a pandemic. Doctors were struggling to understand it. People were falling sick and dying. Around the same time, a medicine called hydroxychloroquine or HCQ was presented as a possible lifesaver. Studies were yet to back it. What the world needed at that point was not peer reviews but hope, and India gave that hope. In the first 2 months of the pandemic, India supplied HCQ and paracetamol to 120 countries. At a time when the world was banning export of essentials, India sent medicines to at least 40 countries free of cost, 40 countries. I remember India's Commerce and Industry Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, making a very interesting comparison. He said, during turbulence, a captain advises you to fasten your own seatbelt first before helping others. But when our world was hit by turbulence, India also tied the seatbelts of more than 3 to 4 billion people across the globe. So that was 2020. With 2021 came the race for Wuhan virus vaccines. The West began hoarding. Canada bought 9 shots for every citizen. 9. The United Kingdom got 5 shots for every citizen. The European Union ordered 1.6 billion doses for an adult population of 375 million. Do the math. By March 2021, America, the wannabe flag bearer of equality, had bought vaccines for 3 times its adult population. So the rich countries were hoarding life-saving jabs. The poor and developing countries had little or nothing. Once again, India stepped in with its Vaccine Maitri program. India sent vaccines to 98 countries, from Bhutan to the Seychelles, Myanmar and Morocco, to Barbados, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, Suriname, Congo, Nigeria, the likes that the West never bothered to look at or help. Until, of course, everyone at home was vaxxed and the leftover shots began expiring. Then we have China. China did send some aid. Some 165 million Chinese vaccines to Latin America and the Caribbean. But these shipments came loaded with a PR campaign or letters for political favors. In Honduras, for example, vaccines were reportedly part of a barter deal. China gives jabs, Honduras snaps ties with Taiwan. India sent 175 million vaccines with no strings attached. China leveraged its vaccines to push Beijing's political agenda. The West leveraged its money power to hoard. India leveraged its position as the world's pharmacy to push for vaccine equity. Again, India was part of the solution. The year 2022 brought a new set of problems. Russia invaded Ukraine, a war broke out in Europe. The West had been fanning these flames and it was quick to pick sides. More than 1 month on, Ukraine is in a shambles and the rest of the world is suffering the consequences. Inflation has shot through the roof. There's a shortage of wheat and essential food items. Russia, remember, is the world's largest exporter of wheat. Ukraine supplies 10% of global wheat. With these two countries at war, what happens to kitchens around the world? Once again, India has stepped in to help. India has offered to meet the extra demand for food supplies, be it from South Asia, Europe, West Asia, Southeast Asia or North Africa. Like you heard the Indian Prime Minister say, India is offering to put food on plates around the world. India is offering to be a part of the solution once again. What has the US offered so far in this war? Weapons. What does China offer during times of crisis? Debt. Look at Sri Lanka, a problem generously contributed to by China. Where is China now? Where is America? You see, it is very easy to take a hard stand on wars, flood a country with weapons, help your own defense industry in the process. But it takes leadership to offer real solutions, and India has been offering solutions to problems, not sanctions, prioritizing peace over politics and people over political lobbies. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.